So good. Welcome to the stream, guys. Me, Mason, PM Chess, as always. I'm having some hitches with the internet, but we are still kicking it. We are not giving up. The internet can fight us, but we are not giving up. Okay, so the round 4 has started. We are looking at Black Scientist versus Sango. Black Scientist defeated Josh Tago yesterday. So we are checking out his game. Move 16. All right, the game is taking a very interesting form. I don't know. Would you want to take with the knights rather? Taking with the pawn. I mean, it does help you like hold this square. So taking with the pawn is not that bad of an idea. But personally, I don't like isolated pawns. Doesn't mean you are losing, doesn't mean it's bad. But I personally don't like isolated pawns, and I try to avoid them as much as I possibly can. So you could do that. Oh, he does play that, yeah. It prevents you from hitting these isolated pawns. That's basically what it does. Now you have to watch out for your opponent trying to get active with rook A or rook F. Either rook A to D1, rook F to E, D1, or rook F to E1, rook A to D1, and just... Okay, so he chooses this one, yeah. The reason why you would want to use this rook, for example, is mainly because of this guy, right? That's the main reason why you do that. Give me a second. So far, it seems stable. What is this? Okay. Great. So let's keep it up. Yeah, so this type of move, yeah, it does defend, but I always have this experience of whenever I try to block with a bishop, like whether king check or queen being attacked, usually this ends up not being good. Again, I think it's fine here, but usually this ends up not being good. Mostly, I think the best thing to do is to retreat the queen somewhere if you can. Obviously, I get his point. The queen would have to come here, which allows your opponent to sort of like infiltrate at some point. So I do get that, but mostly I don't support this move. The second problem is that now the bishop is the one under pressure, because if the bishop does get away at some point, if the queen does get away at some point, now you have to find a way to defend your bishop, and that is where the issue comes in, right? That is where the issue comes in. Nah, this move is just bad. Doesn't do anything. So there's much to consider here. Welcome to the stream, guys. So far, so good. We hope it stays like this. Let's look at some other games. This game is still taking shape. It's not as high hitting as the other games. Interesting tactic. Knight takes, bishop takes, and you have a pawn. And I think you can keep that pawn, because if anything at all, you can retreat the bishop this way and it's still defend, right? I think you can just do either of these things. Let's move on to another game. Ooh, we have Maud Benson. How did I miss Maud Benson all this while? And I don't know, it's because I'm using this watch feature. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Whoa, come back, come back, come back. Good. Okay, so Maud is playing against Kabi. Okay, I don't know. Let's just call him Kabi. What position? What? Oh, English. Okay. I don't often see this line, but I don't play the English. But it kind of looks like this sort of like Neil Grunfeld position. And so far, so good. I think all this is theory, so not like any big thing has been played so far. Like, I'm very these are moves maybe you shouldn't play, but like this move is really calling out to me. The only disadvantage I see to this move is that your opponent can play f5, and it might give you some problem. Of course, f5 doesn't make any sense now because you simply play pawn push and then you win the queen or something of that sort. But like, it's something I'm looking at. Pawn tension in the center, I don't like it. So it's something I normally look at when I am like playing. But I like Mott's flair. I have to change my flair from the chicken. I like Mott's flair. Now pawn push is looking fine. Again, you would have to worry about f5 at some point, because it does really destabilize your position as white here. So in as much as this move seems to kind of like lock up the position, it may not be the best option to go, because now once the position is locked up, it becomes you can get more concrete ideas by attacking on one side of the board, right? And mostly in these fianchetto structures, you can always push the pawns in front. Like if you are someone who plays the King's Indian defense, you will understand what I mean by this, right? So locking the position does open up those ideas. But then again, your opponent would have to kind of help you because, oh, are you kidding me? Why is it disconnecting so much? We are back. I hate that. I hate that. Anyways, f5. Okay. Okay, we got knight back, but why knight back? Is he aiming to come in this way? I mean, what do you get by going this way? What do you get from this? Anyway, these guys have history. I'm looking at the scoreline. Mod has played him before, and Mod has won. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh boy. My internet just kind of, like, my web browser just kind of froze. Strange things are happening, I must see. Anyways, very strange. Just give it a second. It's almost loaded. Oh boy. In the meantime, what games are you guys more interested in? Like, which specific games are you more interested in? Do you have like specific players you're interested in seeing? We are back. He does allow this. Then again, there's pawn push. So what's the play here? Oh wait, no, pawn push doesn't work. Sorry, queen just takes. So what's the play here? Is it just about putting pressure here? I mean, that doesn't. Okay. What are the standings and the scores? I would have to direct you to the WhatsApp page. With how my PC is working right now, if I try to do any other thing, it might lose, it might go. But I recall from the standings from yesterday, University of Ghana Team A was leading. I can confirm that, I think, with this, rather than show it on the screen. Give me a second. Where are we? Oh boy. takes. Which one is better? Who has the better takes in this scenario? Okay. I think this is it. Yep, this is not it. I'll get back to you on that one. I will get back to you on. So the queen retreats this way, and this queen also retreats. But you can see clearly that white is like mod is creating some kind of pressure on her opponents. Which games are there? There are quite a number. It's a team. It's a team chess championship. So whichever school you are like supporting, you can always check. You can always find out which your players are. Let's go team UG. Mod is, I think, mod is yeah, no, mod is a KNUST. Yeah, we can check some games from UG. We can definitely do that. This is not working yet. Let's look at. I know that Josh Tego is from UG. Okay. Let's see. E4, E5, the boring type of yes. I really have noticed, like, why does he do this sometimes, you know? Okay. Takes. So I mean, at least he has succeeded in preventing his opponent from castling. But I think in some situations this is completely fine for you to go for. Maybe he's going to go E here and then here, and in that time, white is going to try and create something again. You could try this to kind of imbalance your opponent's king side, but I don't know if you really want to do that. There's also like G4, G5, because you have a mate threat. So G4, G5 helps you push that idea. Yeah. And the move A4 is simply to prevent this move, right? You don't want to dislodge your bishop from this very powerful diagonal. And the most likely way your opponent does it is this way. And of course, your opponent can build it up with like A6 and then B5, but then you can always slot your bishop here. So that's basically the idea he's going for in this. Once this is solved, I feel he's not. The way Josh is playing, I think he's not going to castle. I'm seeing G4, G5 in his future, and he is an aggressive player from his style. Like there are some of the chess players I do know them, and I've seen their games. So his style is likely for like to actually go like G4. Prince Charles is not playing. Where is he? I think Baini is also from University of Ghana. Okay, so he's putting pressure here. That's fine. You can't just also castle kingside. There's nothing stopping you from castling kingside and going G4. Oh, he has. He has. Josh has like 17 different chess accounts, and all of them play different openings. So if you look at just one of his accounts, you'll assume that that's the only opening he plays. But basically, I don't know why he does that. His style is to be unpredictable. He doesn't want anybody to know that he's noted for playing a specific kind of thing. I mean, that is also good, but it hampers your development, right? Because you have so many positions and so many ideas, it becomes difficult to know which idea to go for sometimes, and you become overloaded with information. So sometimes it's good to just focus on one opening for like, let's say 2 years, and then you can switch on to another opening. But it's like he switches every opening every like 2 months. But I'm sure he still does play the. He is strong. One of the things that I do admire about him is his consistency in like improving at the game. Personally, I'm just interested in seeing what he's going to go for here. I feel like rook here is going to be too like slow. Yeah. It doesn't stop G4, G5 because this king is also vulnerable. He can't castle queenside. So castling kingside doesn't really open you up to threats as compared to your opponent, right? A move he could also play here, which is maybe, I don't think it's risky, but it could be risky, is bishop here. Takes, because you want to come in here. But I mean, now this bishop kind of stops the whole idea. You're not really getting the mate you're looking for. So it's pretty interesting. See what happens. Sorry, I'm still looking for. Okay, yeah. So eventually this happens, and now retreating the bishop doesn't make any much sense. So you have to take. But taking does open up bishop here. And then again, g4, g5, like I've been mentioning, all g4, g5. But g4, g5, I think can now be stopped with this. But here, I think you should take. It's only weaknesses I see if you allow your opponent to take. Retreating back here too may not really help. Takes g4, h6, g5, all possibilities. These are all possible. Somebody is disconnected. Okay, let's look at Biney's game. Then we'll check out. We'll go back to Mod's game. Oh, Biney is not playing in this tournament. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. This is just winning for him. This is winning for Biney. These pawns are nothing. Pawn push. That's about it. Cheating has become a very big problem in chess. But I think, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? There is more or less a phobia on cheating. Because right now, people aren't cheating, but everybody thinks they are cheating. Because once the opponent beats them, you get the mindset, maybe he was cheating. It's very like, I get it. Even me, I'm always of this mindset that somebody is cheating. But we did look at some of the games. I looked at one of the games where cheating was claimed to happen, and I could get why. But when you really look at the game and you ask yourself, could a person of this skill level actually come up with these moves within the time allocated? You realize that it's quite possible, right? Just because somebody played the top engine moves for 5 moves in a row does not mean that the person cheated. Because sometimes you can see mate in 10, and to play mate in 10, you play the top moves of the engine. It does not mean that you were using the engine. So we have to be very careful about how we accuse, you know. So, but it is a problem. But I think that the phobia is more of a problem than cheating in of itself. Because right now, everybody thinks they're being cheated. Even, like, again, I'm saying, like, even me. The slightest thing I think my opponent is. But I try and put so many things into perspective, right? Because sometimes I ask myself, maybe there are YouTubers doing a series where they are playing lower rated players, like you've seen many of your streamers do, right? It could be, because I myself have done that before. Not really sandbagging, but creating a new account and then rising up the ranks, that kind of thing. I mean, not everybody does that, but it's something I also consider. It could also be that the person is a skilled person who just started playing online, and that's why he has that kind of rating. You know, there's so many things. But for me, personally, what I look at is the person's rating level and the move and the quality of move they played. I played recently against a 900, and the guy was not blunt. The guy literally did not blunder a single piece, and he was playing like proper moves. That's why I'll say that you are cheating, right? No, people are getting even smart with their cheating. They don't cheat with every move. So that's, I mean, cheating is right now is very difficult to detect. It's very difficult to detect. Very, very. Wait, so what happened? Okay, this game hasn't really changed much. Wow, this bishop is not having a good time. You don't want to play pawn push. Maybe you have to bring the queen out here so that this bishop can run away. And beyond that, this bishop is bad. So Boogeyman, I agree with your sentiments, yeah? It seems like it, but maybe it's not really it. I think we've built out that idea that everybody should. I think if rook comes in here, you want to move this way. Because the reason why I'm recommending this whole idea is simply because now your opponent has focused all his attention here. This gives you enough time to sneak an attack where he's not watching. I mean, it is still dangerous because your opponent has a lot of force here, and you are now trying to build up something here. So the counter attack may not be as strong as you'd want. But some of the moves I've said, you look at the opening moves, and after that, there's a clear difference in. I've not, again, like I said, I've only looked at a few of them, and they were understandable, but I've not seen all of them. right? But there is a committee that is doing their best, and they are really, really, really doing, like, they are really looking into the games. It's not like they just glance at the game and then they are like, no. They look at the games, then they send the games to the other people, and everybody looks at it and comes to a consensus. Is the person cheat? They actually deliberate on it. So if I'm more likely to trust them, to trust their judgment, because I realize that they are actually putting in the work, than somebody who just says that, oh, you're just sad that you lost, that kind of thing. They are really putting in the work to try. But yeah, have you seen some grandmaster games? They play some very obscure lines that don't make any sense because they were prepared with them. This queen has to move, because this bishop is in jeopardy. Maybe queen here. That way, if pawn push, you can take. And at the same time, taking your queen out of this. You are correct. You are correct. There are some strange moves in the game. Some people were I think banned for cheating. I think so. This game is going to be a very slow progression. I'm looking for high action games. Let's look at Alex. What's going on? Oh, this is just over. No need to look at it anymore. This one is just over. First one to lose dice. I've looked at his. What opening is this? Okay, we have a Italian. Do you want to open up the position? Here, your opponent is going to close it up. So, do you want to? Takes, knight takes. I think that's what black is aiming for. Takes, knight takes, but you have to deal with this move. Here, bishop takes, pawn takes. Maybe you don't want to allow that. Or should we slow play it? What I was considering this, but the knight comes back. There's also rook here. Takes, knight jumps in. Maybe, I don't know. Taking with the knight is fine and all, but it feels like there's something lacking. I think his point is made clear. Because if the knight comes in here, let's say rook here, and if pawn takes, we have knight jumps in here. And now if this move comes in, you can definitely go in here, because after bishop takes, you have queen takes. I think that's another option that he might be looking at. I don't think it's just targeting there. But if any of you have any specific games you want us to look at, again, like I don't know many of these guys. I don't know who everybody's interested in seeing. So you can just let us know. Wait. If you allow pawn takes, you actually lose this guy. I just realized. So you have to play pawn takes. In which case, you're going to get met with queen takes. And now this pawn is still... I really want to know. I mean, you can't really stop it. Pawn push. Pawn push is a move you can play, but you have to consider what happens after pawn push and your opponent locks down the position. Actually, if your opponent locks it down, you can play c7 and the bishop comes out here. But this bishop is always going to struggle finding a place. But then pawn push, pawn takes. What do you play here? Pawn takes, and now pawn push is also a problem. So maybe pawn push, pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, and pawn push still becomes a problem. So it's really annoying to try and figure out here. Yeah, maybe allowing the knight to come back in the defense. Because, for example, in this position, if like I was considering rook a to d1, rook a to d8, if the opponent now brings his knight back, you do have the move f, and that just stops a lot of nonsense as well, right? That's what I was looking at. Well, we go and move. He brings the rook in. It doesn't solve the problem. Because you play knight takes or you play rook takes. Again, the point of moving the knight is to open the defense. So even if you play rook takes here, it doesn't really work because knight takes here and there's a problem. Takes, queen takes. Queen takes is more direct, saying that I have a pawn, but it doesn't do much. So knight takes, is there like some intermediate move I'm missing? Knight takes is the first move. Ah, knight, no, it still doesn't work. Knight takes, even if the queen comes here, it doesn't work. Make it. Ah, knight takes, then knight jumps in this way. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's a good. You unveil the attack, you pin the knight. I think that's the move. The queen comes in. Actually sad. Because you'd want to keep the rook. Okay, so if the rook comes in here, of course, we see that this problem is there. If the knight, if the pawn play, if you play pawn push here, the knight takes kind of works. Maybe it doesn't, because I think you have knight here and the attack is still unveiled. Ah, yes, it doesn't work because now your opponent can just take the back rank. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is sad. Because you get to, let's see what he's. Oh, this that's who he's playing. Okay, let's look for another game. We want to cover as many games as possible. Lookman or Luckman. I don't know. He's playing against some Suros. Okay. Material imbalance is going on here. Black seems to have a very strong attack impending. Pawn takes, bishop comes in. That's straightforward what's going to happen here. So I'm expecting pawn push. Pawn push maybe queen. Queen here feels a little bit passive. I'm targeting this, but is there a way we can bring this rook to come and join the attack here? I think we could do that, yeah. So pawn push queen here, targeting this pawn. Our opponent defends, and then we go rook here. But our opponent is going to defend this way. Okay, maybe after this move, your opponent defends, then you should just play h6, create some luft, and then get away of any problems. Is there something along the lines of why don't I stream on Twitch? I do stream on Twitch. It's just that I've been having problems with my Wi-Fi. So I decided to turn off the Twitch. So I'm only streaming on YouTube today. But normally I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. I've been having some like yesterday was so annoying. You have no idea. Like yesterday I was actually I recorded the whole tournament. Like I recorded everything, but I could never go live. Every time I try and go live, it this. So today we have even had a very good time. Happy that the internet is working quite okay. But Hugh, welcome. I don't know if it's the same Hugh, but yeah, I haven't stopped streaming. Okay, so I looked at this, and the point is maybe we want to trade off queens here. Most likely option is like rook. But actually, that. But if he gets the opportunity, he should definitely play h6. H6. There are possible background problems with the lines I'm thinking about. Background problems are there. Wait, did I miss something? Did he judge that the bishop is much more powerful? But he's not taking the rook. He could have taken the rook some time ago. Is he going bishop takes? And if king takes, then you can interesting stuff. Hey, what's up, Edmond? Sorry about yesterday. How are you guys doing? Is Yuhas winning? No. If you talk about their games today, trust me, I don't know all of them by their leeches names. There's only a few of them that, like, when they interact on the page, I know them, but I don't have. I don't know their name. Give me a second. Let me get the ranking for round 3. The round 3, I want to get the ranking. What? Why? What occurred to him? What? Takes. What occurred there? Something. Now, I mean, a simple move is pawn push with bishop comes in this way. What occurred to him? That's a crazy. What? Does he think that this is a counter attack? And I think that's what he's thinking. I think that's what he's thinking. But how does it work? How does it work? Like, okay, rook comes in here, bishop comes in, check. Now your rook is blocked, and then there's possibility of checkmate. Especially after I play pawn push here, because now your queen is blocked from the defense. Oh, that was so unexpected. That was so unexpected. Okay, so as at round 3, this is round 4, but as at round 3, University of Ghana Team A is first, Academic University is second, UDS is third, KNUST Team A is fourth, which is shocking. Regional Maritime University is fifth, Ashesi is sixth, KNUST Team B is seventh, UHAS is eighth, All Nations University is ninth, University of Ghana Team B is 10th, UCC is 11th, ATU is 12th, University of Mines and Technology is 13th, Ghana Communication Technology University is 14th. That's University of Health. Huh? Yeah, UHAS is 8th. Currently, those are the standings. And the reason I'm saying that is shocking is when I was in university, KNUST was winning everything. Oh, he's distracted the queen. Okay, that's a free piece. That's fine. My plan was to immediately go this way. And the reason is because, for example, over here, if you go pawn push, you are blocking the difference with the queen. And if this rook comes in here, you can simply play takes. And I mean, touching your opponent is also fine. But don't touch your opponent too much. It can cause problems. Oh, okay, the bishop comes in here, the rook comes in this. That way. Oh, really? So we just go this way? You would have to go here. Then we defend the rook. So we defend with the rook. The king comes in. We take with the bishop. You hope UHAS wins. Well, it's 7 rounds, so we have 3 rounds more, 4 rounds more. You just take. You take and now you have passed pawn, so you don't really care. So pawn push. You really have strong players. You'd be shocked. You know, when you're isolated in your small bubble, you feel strong until you go to the larger world and you realize, yeah, I actually don't know anything about it. Because I was part of the top 5 when I was in University of Ghana, but I was always being crushed, you know. I was always being crushed. My teammates consisted of Toby, Clinton, Toby, Clinton, Bannerman, and who again? I forget. What? What are you afraid of? Pawn push! Pawn push! That was all you needed. Pawn push, rook takes, king takes. Because of this configuration, these pawns can never be taken. These pawns can never be taken because the moment the king takes this one passes. You don't have to keep everything on the board. You could, but what's the point? Anyways, his point is using on time. So Lackman wins here. I don't know which team Lackman is. Let's check Black Scientist. What's happening? Huh. White is winning. White is clearly winning. Danny XC's or XYZ. Oh. Okay, we have 2 minutes here. Is it okay? This is an official. UG has like 4 players about 2200 rapid. Only KNUST has realistic. If the KNUST the same KNUST I used to know, then yes. But for them to be 4th, okay, points are kind of like, yeah, KNUST they are tied. It's match wins that is the problem, right? Match wins is the problem, or is it game wins? I think is the problem. That's where UG is winning. So yeah, KNUST, UDS, and Academic City University, they all have chances. They're all tied up with points, but the difference is in the number of wins. I'm confused. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, why didn't he play this immediately? Oh, Danny XYZ is your coach. Nice. He taught you a lot of things. Great. Great. I'm happy with how now like chess in Ghana is. There was a time you would never get a coach. You'd have to like dig for information. But it's like right now, a lot of enthusiastic youth have come out and they are really propelling chess. I think that's the reason why we've really seen a kind of like bump in chess. Also, I think a lot of the incentive that the GCA put in has helped a lot. And I think also the arrival of Maxwell really propelled quite a number of things. But I think Maxwell has really done a lot. Maybe I'm too focused on Maxwell and I'm not seeing the other things that people are doing. But I think Maxwell has really done a lot. So I always like to give him that praise. But the GCA has also been working tirelessly from the day it was formed. Can we just go this way? Like trade off and then go rook here. Because this rook cannot defend. Again, you are giving your opponent access to these pawns, but I don't know if you want to do that. So queen takes, king takes, rook comes in here. Okay, he goes in for this. Okay, so that's the same idea I was looking at. I was thinking that by the presence of the queens, you are creating more problems, but let's see. The rook can't defend it. Queen can defend this way. Then you have rook in this way. And pawn push, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. Are we safe? Because of check here is what I'm looking. You can play this, but then pawn push, takes. Rook comes in here, check. Oh, are we going for a draw? Okay, draw by repetition was probably what won't happen. Or you can take here and then go this way. It reduces the pressure on you. Okay, what? Okay. We are coming back. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. We are back. Thankfully speaking. I was looking at this check. I was wondering why he hadn't gone for this check. Check here, king goes back, and now you have bishop takes. The tricky move is to go rook takes first. That's a tricky move. He went bishop takes first. Queen takes with check. Okay. Is that? Ah, yes. Because now you can target this pawn. We are back. Sorry, guys. We are back. Pawn push. Yeah. Nice. You can... No. Pawn push. 2 squares. Oh, goodness. I missed that. Okay, he's definitely going to resign here. Yeah. I was thinking about this pawn. Yeah. That's it. You can't hope for a draw here. Yeah, that's about it. That is about it. GG's. Draw here. Yeah, that's about it. That is about it. GG's. Is Mod's game not over? I thought by now Mod has won. What's going on? Okay, she's winning on time. But her opponent has more pieces than her. Nope, actually the quality of her pieces are better than her opponent's. I don't think you want to capture this bishop. It looks tempting, but I don't think you want to capture this. Maybe you do. Bishop here is one of the moves you can look at.